So it's that time of the year again. Hasbro has announced across all the different social media platforms that the Transformers Hall of Fame voting for 2023 has begun. So this is something we've been doing for a couple years now. Hasbro puts out two different little polls. They want to know what is the toy of the year based off of a category of lists, and they want to know a specific category, usually a favorite character from a show or something. They've been doing this for the past couple of years now where they go, hey, what's your favorite Transformers Prime character? And then the winner of that, well, we'll get into that in a moment and stuff like that. So this has been going on, and we have a brand new voting that will be starting. It starts as of today. You need to have a Google account because you have to have access to their Google Docs voting system, and that is how you're going to vote. And the voting will end May 11th, this September, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will have an announcement of who that winner is on both categories on Hasbro Pulse's Hasbro Pulse Con 2023, September 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So keep that all in mind. So what is this exactly? What was I talking about with like how important these votes are? Well, the Toy of the Year one isn't that important. That's just Hasbro wanting to go, hey, what did you guys like and everything. But in the past, we've always had those character-specific years, and those are very important because whoever wins those categories historically has led to new toys. Back in 2020, the voting was, what is the best Transformer Prime character that you want? Who's your favorite Transformer Prime character? And Knockout won that voting in 2020. And when the voting closed in 2020 of September, they announced it not long after that Knockout had won the voting. And then, of course, in October of 2021, more than a year after that voting concluded and the announcement of him won, there was an interesting Knockout figure toy concept that kind of appeared in the IDW Wreckers comic, the Circuit and Tread book. So that was like the first little sign, oh, something's going on here. And then a couple months later, we got the Knockout RED, the Robot Enhanced Design figure. So that happened in December of 2021. And then a little bit under a year after that, in April of 2022, the Legacy figure was revealed, which was the deluxe class that was part of Wave 2 of Legacy. That was a retool of the Studio Series 86 Jazz. So based on that Wreckers design that we saw back in September. So it's something that, back in October. It's something that, when we have these winners, there's a slow process that happens over the lead time of then making a brand new toy for that character. In the case of Knockout, he got two of them. Even with 2021, Inferno, Beast Wars Inferno won. Because that was, who is your favorite Beast Wars character? And Inferno won that one. And then in late October 2021, Inferno was announced as the winner. And then the following year, in April 2022, we got to see the box art for the Titan class Metroplex, and we noticed that Inferno was on it. So it's like, oh, here we begin, the little drips. And then in July of 2022, he was finally revealed to us as a Voyager class Legacy product. So again, there's that year lead time leading into it. Now, last year we had the voting for number one animated character. Who's your favorite animated character? And Lugnut won that voting. And Lugnut is one of those examples of a character that literally survives through trademark saving. I'll post up a little timeline here. I mean, it's literally one of the things they registered that trademark in 2008, put out a whole bunch of products under that trademark name. They didn't know if they were going to refresh it, so they put out a whole bunch. They ended up refreshing it, and then what did they do? Like what Creo and Bot Shots and Tiny Turbo Changers and Tiny Titans and everything like that did? Put a small little product out. So they put out a Creo of Lugnut, and that bought them 4 years. It expired in 2016, refreshed in 2017, and then boom, they're like, hey, we need to do another Lugnut. We have nothing planned. Hey, man, just put out another Creo. And they did. It was slightly different than the first version, so they put out a second version. That was that. It's been refreshed in 2021, and now they got pretty much 2023 and 2024 to do something. And I guarantee we will get something. He won the Hall of Fame. Something's going to come out, regardless if he won the Hall of Fame or not at this point. So some kind of Lugnut will happen. And judging by the past, you look at something like Inferno, it took almost 2 years for his official product to come out. In the case of in the case of Knockout, it took 2 years. Inferno, it took about 1 year and a couple months. So something will happen with Lugnut. But again, this whole long-winded explanation is because now we have the voting here. It's going to be, of course, what is the toy of the year, but more importantly, the favorite Transformer Robots in Disguise 2001 version. Who's your favorite character from that? So the voting for that opened up. We have Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, Prowl, Sideburn, X-Brawn, Hotshot, which is the Spy Changer, Rev, Crosswise, Wars, Ironhide, Mirage, Towline, Skidsy, Tai, aka Aichan, Fortress Maximus, aka Brave Maximus, along with his pieces of Emissary and Cerebros. We have Rail Racer, the whole combiner team, including with that, you would also be voting for Rail Spike, Rapid Run, and Midnight Express. That's JRX, J4, J7, that whole crew. You have Landfill, the combiner team, and included with that would be Wedge, Heavy Load, High Tower, and Grimlock, which is Build King. You have Megatron / Galvatron, aka Gigatron from the show, Skybite, aka Gelshark, Slapper, Gas Skunk, Dark Scream, Scourge, aka Black Convoy, Ruination, and of course all his pieces included with that, Mega Octane, Rotor, Armorhide, Rollbar, and Movor. And then you have some human characters, Koji, Kelly, and Dr. Onishi, Koji's father, as well as an other button, because there is some Robots in Disguise characters that were left out from this, as well as toys. So, it's your choice really where you want to stick some of those. Me personally, right away off the bat, if you're voting for Sideburn, that's a waste of a vote, because we're probably going to get a Sideburn at some point, obviously because of that Shadow Striker and listings that we saw online. And Skybite is another one of those, if you vote for him, and he's one I feel might even win, but there's no point really to vote for him because he's going to get another new toy. They constantly keep that trademark alive. We saw it in Cyberverse. So we'll get another Skybite at some point. Again, we constantly get Skybite toys, so that one's no surprise. I say vote for the thing that probably you would not see happen. Like, voting for Tai, aka Aichan, that would be kind of weird because it's just a hologram kind of human-shaped character, but maybe a toy would be interesting. Wouldn't you think? Or Kelly even, I don't know, Kelly's kind of a stretch, even though she kind of had stuff through the Asterix line, but some of the more important votes, in my opinion, deep down, Fortress Maximus, getting a Brave Maximus repaint of the Fortress Maximus mold that we got from Titan's Return, stuff like that. Rail Racer, if you vote for Rail Racer, we could finally get some bullet trains in Western market. So that's kind of like a big get. There's certain ones that I could really see would be good votes for them that would lead to those characters. Because again, historically, we've seen the winner of these categories always get a toy. So keep that in mind with your vote. I'm not going to say who I'm voting for just yet, but I don't want to influence it. But I'm just going to give you guys a little peace of mind of what happens with usually the winners of these. And then, of course, you have the Toy of the Year. So it's obviously what is your favorite Legacy Evolution Toy of the Year. They cover all the core classes, Soundwave, Thundercracker, Nemesis Prime, the Dinobots, all of them. I'm not going to name them, including Scar, who's included in this. The Deluxes, like Breakdown, Needle Nose, Armada, Hotshot, Scrap Hook, which is, again, our Junkions, the Shrapnel, and all the other Insecticons, animated stuff like Prowl, Crosscut, Crash Bar, another Junkion, Beachcomber, Devcon, Axle Grease, yet another Junkion, Bombshell, yet another Insecticon. We got RID Strong Arm, which is from the RID 2015 series, Detritus, Shadow Striker, like I just mentioned, some Voyager classes like Tarn and Beast Wars Lio Convoy, aka Lio Prime, some Master Force Love with Metalhawk, Twincast, Dirge, Beast Wars Nemesis Lio Prime, again, some more Beast Wars Second Love with black repaints, the comic version of Bludgeon, Trashmaster, another Junkion, leader class stuff like Prime Skywarp and Armada Megatron and Dreadwing, which was just Skywarp repainted. Our Commander class Armada Optimus Prime, which was a pretty amazing toy. Our Titan class Nemesis, or the other category. And the other category falls into stuff that wasn't listed here under Legacy Evolution, like our Toxitron collection and some of the great stuff there. If you really loved, that Watermelon G2 Mirage like I did, maybe you want to vote for that. And so anyways, we're going to get all of the announcements of who won these categories from the Hasbro Pulse Con 2023. Again, September 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go do your voting right now because the voting will close September 11th, this Monday coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So get your voting in now. And again, keep in mind, whoever you vote for with that RED one is going to become a toy. So make sure you make a proper vote. Like if you ask me who's my favorite character in this, that's vastly different than who I feel should get a toy. So, and as for who I'm voting for the best toy of the year, we'll just wait for the Transformers Slag top 5 toys of 2023 that I do with JAWSD at the end of the year, because I still feel between now and December, we still have a lot of product that's going to be coming out, and we have to reflect on the entire year and not just 3/4 of it. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think and your voting choices, and yeah, let's do it to it. Good stuff. Voting begins now.